The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
How are we doing?
I'm good. I said to Nikki when we were in the kitchen before, I said, the best part of today was I woke up and thought, it's Tuesday, and then had that realisation, it's Wednesday already.
The cheat week.
How good's that? Hey?
Great. I mean, we love our jobs.
Don't get us wrong.
Love our jobs. But every day closer to the weekend is a good day.
That's it.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. How was your trip in, Lutz?
Pretty good. A couple of red lights, actually. That's the extent of my... It's a short commute.
Well, in my hour and 20 on the way in, I was going 30 at one point on the freeway near Redcliffe.
30?
And at that hour, like, everyone's working early, everyone's leaving early.
They definitely are.
I thought when I got this job I'd be the only one on the road, but no.
And you'll see, we come from different coasts.
Yes.
Each morning, but you'll see the same car almost at the same place.
Don't you see a Taekwondo car or something every time?
There's this guy from a Taekwondo. He drives a white ute. It's got his Taekwondo company there. And as we merge onto the highway together, we are there, like, I don't know, maybe once every fortnight. You'll see this bloke.
Yep.
He's on the same schedule. I wonder what he does. Must have an early class or something.
Taekwondo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume that's what he's doing.
I presume he's doing Taekwondo.
We're all firing this morning,
fair.
aren't we? Pew, pew, pew. Oh,
doing
I just
karate.
read the news. There's some big things that have happened in the news overnight.
What happened?
Well, I'll talk about it later, but one of the things that's got me going is Novak Djokovic. They're going to put a statue up at Melbourne Park. How much is that in your face?
Really?
Yeah.
And that's coming from Tennis Australia.
That is coming from Tennis Australia themselves. Going, seems fair. And it kind of does seem fair after what he went through.
Well, he's won it more than anyone else, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's just because he's won a lot, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Not-
10 times.
10 times.
Yeah, no, it's not like they're doing it because he had a
Not
hard time.
because we imprisoned him.
No.
Okay,
Imagine
that's
if
an
he starts-
interesting one. I mean, there'll be backlash on that, I'd imagine, wouldn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, you can't argue with it, though. The guy's won the Australian Open
fair play.
10 times.
Fair play.
Controversial, though.
Yeah.
Ooh.
How many statues do we have up of
Bruce Wally.
non-Australians?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, all the ones that arrived here in 1788. Or when,
Oh, you're
when did
pulling
they
that-
arrive?
Pulling that card, are you?
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I went down a rabbit warren on social media yesterday. I saw this.
Don't you go down a rabbit hole. But I like that you've been specific with a rabbit warren.
What's a Warren?
Yeah, because I always think of Rabs Warren.
Ray Warren.
You know Rabs?
That's why they call him Rabs.
No.
Rabbit Warren.
Rabbit warren.
Down south, the commentator, Ray Warren.
But there is a rabbit warren, but you go down the rabbit hole.
But what's a Warren then?
Isn't it their nest?
It's a network of tunnels.
Well, he's going
A
deep.
network of
Yeah,
tunnels.
a
There
network
we
of
go.
tunnels.
He's
Perfect.
going deep. You know?
Yeah,
Right.
deep
All
down
right.
the,
You've
down
gone
the
down
rabbit
all the
warren.
holes.
All
Deep
holes.
dive.
Yes.
All the holes.
But Elon Musk put this up yesterday and said, how can this be real? And it's the first time that he's publicly commented on this, that in 1953, there was a famous rocket scientist, Werner von Braun, who brought out a book called Mars Project. Okay? So, and he said in that book that the leader of Mars will be called Elon. Like, this is in 1953.
Stop it.
Elon wouldn't have been born until, how old's Elon? He'd be a 70s kid, wouldn't he?
So was this like a Nostradamus type book?
No. This was
Science fiction.
This was a
Was it?
So
it was a manuscript that they found in archives, and
But fiction, obviously.
it's fiction, a fiction book. 1971 he was born, by the way. So this was 1953, 18 years before Elon was even born.
Wow.
So what?
Someone else
Like
has been...
that's an amazing prediction.
So it's either crystal ball weirdness or that Elon's dad had some sort of weird, like, we'll call him Elon after this manuscript.
No, but
Sure, it might have been
even
a
that would
combo.
be an amazing
Yeah, it would
coincidence.
be.
Yeah.
And then he fulfills all of those briefs, becomes a billionaire, all of this, when all he
Yes.
was really good at was like doing his Rubik's Cube. And look at him living up to the dream of the manuscript that his nana found and dusted off and went, let's call him Elon, just in case this happens.
What are you eating? A musk stick.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
How are we going with Smarter Than Who at $200? Oh, you've had a win. Had a win yesterday.
I did have, I swear it's like working with Dory. It's so funny with you. Like every day, it's like, did we talk to them yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, the other day
it's
it
a
was,
reset
Did
every
we
day.
talk to her today? Yeah, we did.
Absolutely. It's one of its great talents,
Yes,
actually.
yeah, just wipe it clean.
Clearing the
never happened.
clearing the mechanism.
It never happened.
Every day is the first day on the job for you,
Yeah,
Ash.
that's
That's
it.
why he's still excited.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, wow, I'm on radio.
That's
This'll be
it.
fun.
That's exactly right.
Now, what's the Lunar New Year all about?
Oh, well, that's like, it's the different calendar. So the Chinese are big into this.
Yeah.
So instead of the Gregorian calendar, which is what we run by, which starts January 1st, they've got the lunar calendar. So that kicks off today. But it's Year of the Snake this year, which is, I'll tell you the years of the snake. 1941, 1953, 1965, 1977, 89, 2001, 2013 or 2025. So apparently snakes are enigmatic, intelligent and wise.
And inevitable.
And inevitable.
Very, very inevitable.
Just like Steve Waugh. That's an in-joke.
No, Steve Smith.
Oh, whatever. What? They're called
It's
Steve.
Steve Waugh Day today.
But
No,
apparently,
Steve Smith Day. Sorry. Yeah.
apparently they're quite superstitious about what you do and don't do on, well, today, the start of the lunar calendar.
Now you're a what's the other one? Was it Pisces and everything?
I'm not a
Astrology.
Pisces.
No,
Are
I'm
you
astrology.
joking?
No, I'm saying you're into that, whatever that's called.
Astrology, yeah.
Astrology.
I'm into Pisces. No.
Does that mean you're into this then?
I don't. Oh,
You seem like you got some passion.
got a
about
little
it.
bit
Yeah.
of buy-in. I mean, they did print the sheet off for me to read
Yeah.
instead of you, so
Oh,
that
I'm
shows
glad I
that I
didn't
might
get it.
be more into it.
So you believe in this sort of stuff?
Oh, there's not quite so much, but
Because when someone they were taking the piss on over the weekend, said it was my birthday,
yes.
and you were one of probably 5 people that went,
An
Aquarius.
Well,
Yeah.
I said, what? Because I was in shock. I'm like, you're not an
it's not.
Aquarius?
It wasn't my birthday though. It was
Oh,
just,
did it
was
not
just-
ring true to you?
Not at all. Not one bit.
Yeah, but then you call me something else, which I wasn't.
I thought you were Sagittarius.
I'm not. I'm a Virgo.
Sagittarians are like plovers. They like live on the edge of the freeway. Like they're always on the edge and they're irresponsible with their
Oh,
family.
they are like plovers.
Yeah, they're like
They
plovers.
don't actually like plovers.
No.
Like,
They
who the
don't.
hell likes
Oh,
plovers?
baby plovers are very cute.
No,
And they're so loyal to each other. Plovers are really nice. Anyway, I
they
digress.
attack you.
Well, only if you're in their
No,
500-metre radius.
no one likes
They're not
plovers.
I got attacked by plovers once, but that was when I thought they were called plumbers. And I ran in.
plumbers.
I said to Mum, I went, I just got attacked by a bunch of plumbers.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
The claw's gone from Dreamworld. You remember the claw?
Yeah, of course. I think I've ridden it with you.
I've never been on the claw. That just looks like a way to spiral vomit in the air.
It was a fun ride.
Really?
I liked it.
Yeah.
That was one of the ones that did, like, properly scare me, though. The
Yeah.
claw.
I think you were crying. Like one time when you were on it. The good news is there's another claw. The human claw at Tom's Confectionery Warehouse. So one claw finishes, another begins. And
That's a segue, right?
great
there.
segue. I mean, come on. I went out there Sunday.
Is that today, is it?
Yeah, we're going out there. You know, we're getting to do it. Well, hopefully we'll get some, because there might be hopefully some kids on the way to school, but Mike Gambaro's heading out there. We're getting him on it as well.
And he's going to be strapped in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what
he's
is
a
that?
human claw to grab lollies. Is
So,
that right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
a skill tester, but
So
it's a
like
human.
it's like the school tester.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
best
But
ever.
it's huge. I went out there Sunday and checked it out, and they were lined up out the door because it was the first day.
What's it
like
filled
this thing
with?
is massive.
What's it-
It's the biggest candy pit you could imagine. It's like the size of a boxing ring. I'm not even kidding. Filled with candy.
Is it deep?
Well, it looks deep. I mean, I don't know, because you don't drop underneath, but you come down and then like you're strapped in. And you've just got to be over 120 centimeters tall, so kids can do it. No, it's something like that. Anyway, kids can do it, and you can be up to 120 kilograms. As you know, so anyone, pretty much everyone can do it. And then you've just got to work out your system of whether because you can use your hands. You see people using their feet.
You can't take anything in. Like, can you have? What about
No.
pockets? Can you?
I don't. I'll have to check on that. From what I saw,
Check
people
the
were
T's and
just
C's.
using
No,
their
You know
hands
how
and
you
feet.
do it?
What?
You do it in a tight turtleneck top, but that's baggy down the bottom. And you just scoop
Yeah.
your shirt out
Well-
and just fill it with lollies.
Yeah, that could work.
I wonder
And-
if there's any cheats that you can't do.
Well, the good thing is, it's like I think it's cost $35 to do it. Michael will have all the details, but even if you get on it or your kid gets on it and doesn't get much, you still get about $50 worth of candy. So it's not like the claw ones in the shopping centres where you get dudded most of the
They
time.
just walk away with a kid crying.
This one is a win every time situation.
What is it? Is it like what type of lollies are in there?
Oh, like everyone you could think of. Like,
Yeah.
Zappos?
It's a
Are there
whole- It's a
Zappos?
whole
There'd
mix.
definitely be Zappos. There's definitely Zappos in there. It's
them.
like, we'll have some videos up later today, but this
Okay.
is something, if you haven't been out there, it's something. Like what they're doing out there
But is it
so
single,
cool,
is
and
it
they're just
single
getting
lollies?
started.
Like,
There'd be like, you could also get those little, like, where you pull the ends and those little, the little tiny ones, the row of like...
The little mini Pez
mini
things.
Pezzy kind of things.
Yeah.
Right.
That sort of stuff. But everything. Yeah, like as I was there, they were saying, "Oh, we just got these just arrived. Well, get him in the
throw
pit.
them in the pit.
Yeah, like it's huge.
You didn't do it.
No,
It's so funny.
I wanted to do it, but it was like people lining up, and I
Yeah.
would have been that guy pushing in. So
Past the kids,
So,
out
hang
of the
on.
way.
Yeah,
So
so
you
you
got a
couldn't-
kid dropping down. What would you call it? Mission Impeccable.
Oh, there you go.
Very good. Dylan,
Very
when did
good.
it open it by half an hour?
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Have you seen this story that's blown up? It's been bubbling along for a while now. There was a Brazilian woman on a plane, and then there was another passenger with a toddler who was screaming and carrying on, having a full dummy spit.
Yeah, I saw the headline yesterday, but I don't know the details to it.
There's video of it. Is that? I think I
Not
s-
of the actual
No.
incident, but afterwards, because one of the passengers has filmed the said woman that they're all angry about. So basically, this woman's booked a window seat.
Was it in business class? I think
I don't know. Let
I'm
me have a
sure
look
I
at
read
the
the first
photo.
paragraph and it said something about business class. I think.
But I think that I saw a picture and it didn't look like business
Okay.
class.
I'm trying to find the photo, and I can't see it.
Yeah, I only read the first paragraph. But
Mind you,
anyway.
I do think there was only one person next to her as well.
Okay.
So maybe
So
it
what was the situation?
So the situation was she's sitting in a window seat, just trying to enjoy.
Which she booked and paid
Which she
for.
booked
Yeah.
and paid for, and she had the blind down because she's obviously tired. That's what you do when you're tired. Anyway, this toddler I think it was in the middle row, is having a full dummy spit and wants to see out the window. So the mother has said, "Can we swap seats?" And the woman in the window seat has said, "No."
Yep.
And now a few passengers around her have turned on the woman in the window seat and gone, "How dare you?" and started filming her and shaming her.
But the only reason they want her to move is because they want the kid to be quiet.
They want the kid to shut up.
Yes.
Oh, right, okay.
So they're all jumping on this woman. But she has just said a very firm no, and they've turned on her. And one woman has, in fact, videoed her, shaming her, going, "You're disgusting. Do you have some sort of syndrome or something? That we'd understand. But how dare
Window
you have no empathy." And now it's come out that the woman who wouldn't give up her seat is suing the person who videoed her for, well, damages, defamation.
Hurtfilioma.
What?
Hurtfilioma.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good one. I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, I got no dramas with her doing that.
No.
With what?
So
I wouldn't move in that
No,
position.
she doesn't have to move, does she? And then that kid needs to learn it.
needs to learn a lesson.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a moment on a flight late last year where I'd sort of, how do I put this? I'd sort of organised, I kind of half knew someone and had organised some spare seats next to me on a long haul flight.
Oh, I can see where this is going already.
And then that got taken. I saw this bloke not put his head around with wife and child. And they came and sat next to me with the kid next to me.
And what did you do? Did you do nothing?
Before takeoff or during?
No, it must have been just after takeoff. And it was at 4 seats in the middle, like
Yeah.
the 3-4-3 formation. And all of a sudden, what was bliss for me, me lying down.
And you paid for these seats.
I hadn't paid for the seats, but someone had shut them off.
But he kind of secured
Oh.
the 4 seats.
It had been shut off, so I had that.
And old mate saw an opportunity to
Yeah.
run away from his family and grab. Oh no!
he
Did he
grabbed
bring the kids down?
No, he brought the kids down. Oh. It was a 4-seat, shit show essentially, like noise. It turned into one of the worst flights of my life. I think I went and asked someone. I said, "Look, people are just moving around here. This isn't really on, is it?"
And what do they do?
Oh, they kind of. I think
I'm a stick
They
with
went,
it.
shut up,
rules?
Luttsy,
Where
we're
are the
sick of you.
regulations?
Without them, who are
I
we?
sweet talked the chick at the desk.
which
to
I
get
had. I'd done, I'd work. I'd forget exactly the circumstances,
Yeah,
but
I didn't
somehow
take you to the Luke Combs
I
concert for nothing.
100%.
I don't even like country
It was
music.
something like
and
that,
now I'm
you know?
sitting next to this dude and his kid.
100%.
This is outrageous.
100%. It was something like that.
Yeah,
And all of a
right.
sudden,
Did this bloke take her to the Luke Combs concert?
yeah,
Is it Coombs or Combs?
we don't go.
Oh, see, that's how much he doesn't like country music. We don't know.
But yeah, it happened, and I
Yeah.
wasn't happy, and I think I complained. I don't think I got anywhere. I can't remember the outcome of it, whether they shifted me or that it was too packed.
Yeah, right.
But I wasn't happy. I got zero tolerance for that. Too bad.
I do have a question for you.
If she had wanted that, book the window seat.
You know what?
Yeah.
There's nothing
Seriously.
worse. And I've been that. I think, have you been too much? But I've been that parent on a flight before with one of my kids. Well, Jodie's been that parent.
You had nothing to do with it.
No, where they're crying though, and you feel terrible. But
Yeah.
we never had. To be fair, we never had anyone give us the whole, can't shut that kid up, because you literally can't. But the mother is making that lady on the window seat like a
making
part
her
of her
problem.
problem.
Yeah, no, you brought it into the world. You have to deal with it. I did that with my son when he was 2. I had the worst hell flight on the planet. It started with him trying to climb over the seat, so I took him to the back, and then he was yelling and carrying on. So that nice steward gave him a roll-up, which he chewed, spat out, and stuck to his shirt. Then I had to go to the bathroom. I took him into the cubicle with me, and then he just starts banging his head against the door, which they think is me trying to get out. And they open the door, and I'm sitting there pants down as my kid rolls out into the aisle, and everyone
With a
looks
roll-up.
in. I'm
Everyone sees
mid-deuce.
the-
And this is what everyone's looking at.
Everyone gets a little glimpse of Nikki.
Everyone got a big glimpse of Nicky Nucky Noodle
Nikki
that
Nuggy
day.
Noodle.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
So yeah, I'm having a quandary. So as you know, I've got 2 teenage boys. One is 16 and is rather keen on getting a jet ski. I know it sounds a lot, but
What's his money?
Well, is it?
That's the thing.
Is it? There's the rub.
What are you looking at for jet skis?
Well, I don't know who sponsors this show.
Yes, well, that's the other option.
Yeah, they
but
can
they're
help me out.
expensive. I've never even looked at jet
Then
skis.
I don't have a quandary.
Hmm.
Well, it depends. You can get a second-hand one. Well, you can get really old ones in the low thousands, but you're looking at least mid-teens.
What, 15 grand?
Yeah,
That's a second-hand one.
that's a second-hand
So
one.
it's the same as a car, essentially.
Yeah.
Kind of is.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, all of his friends have one, which is making my life rather difficult because they're going out every weekend. They're not gaming. They're going out and they're like in the sunshine and interacting.
That's a good
and
thing.
Yeah.
That is a good thing.
It is a good thing. Meanwhile, our son, who prefers to hide in the shadows gaming, now wants to go out and do that.
It's a good thing.
And you're denying him that.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's how I feel. It's like you can't win in this situation. I want him to go out and do that, but then I don't want to spoil him because they won't appreciate the value of money.
Do you have to buy a 16-year-old a car as well?
Okay, I already did that.
Okay, so you've done that. Well, that's interesting because that's a big one. I mean, for me, just playing devil's abdomen, car or jet ski, you choose, buddy. But that's just an ignorant comment because then, as a parent, you've got to drive them around if they haven't got a car.
And
Yes.
the cars are one of those things too. Like my some of my mates have bought their kids cars. We bought our kids a car too, but it was we were able to do it, but it's also because it's huge convenience as well.
It
you know
is,
what I mean? Once your
because-
kids are actually on the road, then they become sort of truly useful.
Because
Mules.
all of a
You can-
sudden, happy hour can keep
Yeah,
ticking on because you don't have to worry about driving them to sport. You know what I
I
mean?
thought you meant because I'm picking you up from the pub.
They can do that as well. Like, there's a lot of benefits to
okay.
them.
But they can do stuff then. They can drop other kids off for us and all the rest of it. So and it is a tough one because at the same time you're thinking, well, that's a huge indulgence.
It
to
is a
give your
huge
kid.
indulgence.
Yeah,
And you kind
I
of
don't
have
know.
to follow what all their friends are doing because otherwise it reflects really badly on you. It's peer pressure. And now the jet ski thing, which seems like a complete overindulgence, is the new peer pressure that I'm under.
Yeah.
In fact, I got an Instagram text from one of his friends' mums going, just buy a jet ski already.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, hang on,
Not-
let me just
not
shimmy
helping-
and the money will just fall out of me.
Not helping Karen.
No.
Yeah.
So...
Okay, is it something that
Are you in-
you could benefit from?
Yeah, like, are you into jet skis? Is Josh
Oh,
into
look.
jet skis?
Josh or Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Oh, wait.
He always calls him Josh.
Yeah,
no.
well, I don't know what that is, yeah.
No, Josh, they're dangerous. Stay away from Josh's.
Josh is bad.
Josh is bad.
I know, exactly where
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
I know where you're going.
Yeah, he's never been on a jet ski.
Josh.
Oh, so he's got
Josh.
no,
Yeah.
but he's got no interest in.
Let's make Josh my other secret lover. Yeah, Josh loves jet skis, but Jeremy hasn't been on one yet. But my mentality is because he's like, no, we're not getting him a bloody jet ski. He has to buy one for himself. I'm like, but we've only got him for a few more years and we could actually go and do things with him.
Oh, they're fun. Listen to John out of Kapira. He knows. He's got the answers. What do you say?
Who's John? Oh,
John, talk to Nikki.
How you going?
Good, John.
Nikki?
Yes.
Definitely. Oh, welcome. First, welcome. Welcome to the team.
Thank you so much, John. I'm glad you're not Josh. I've just been slagging off Josh's.
yeah, Josh is a bit horrible people.
Thanks, John.
So
You're welcome.
what's your advice?
I would definitely get the jet ski. It's safer than being a motorbike.
That's true.
And Queensland has got so much places to go and see. I mean, I've only got mine a few months ago, and I didn't even realise the places you could go with the jet ski around here.
Really? Like what?
Yeah, it's nuts.
In Brizzy or in Gold Coast? Like, what are you
Yeah,
talking?
where are you heading around?
On both. So last weekend we went from the Gold Coast all the way around North Stradbroke Island back to the Gold Coast.
Did you?
Oh, wow.
Do you need a
Only
license?
took an hour.
Yeah, you need a
hour or two.
license.
Do you fish off there?
Yes. Yes. So you need to go get a boat license to get a jet ski license.
Which I
Really?
did. I did that over the holidays. So,
For your kid or you?
yeah, both
Oh,
of
then
us.
you're sorted.
Yeah, I'm sorted. It took 2 days. It took 2 days to get those 2 licenses. But yeah, John, do you have
it's
kids?
frustrating.
Do you have kids?
No kids for me.
No, you're the big
He
kid that got the
laughs.
jet ski.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you just got to find the moolah.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Or a sponsor.
And is it going to be his? Will it be his or will it? Like,
It'll be part his.
What if he loses interest and then he tries to sell it? Oh, they wouldn't be able to do that.
Oh,
You
that's
can't
why
do
you
that.
don't buy property for both kids that own the same property. That's a whole other story. But yeah, no. Ooh, it's a tricky one.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
So the dash is lighting up. We were arguing about whether or not, well, we weren't arguing, but it is up for debate
There was no
He
argument.
got heated.
whether or not
Off air, we had to take
I
the
should
chill-
indulge
chill
my
pills.
indulge my 16-year-old son with a jet ski,
Yeah.
and enjoy what we have left of him, or what will be left of him. If they can hit like 120 kilometres an hour on
Oh, they
water,
move.
like you skim across the
They
water like
scare
a
me, to be
pebble.
honest. I'll probably never ride
Yeah.
one.
No
No.
They
brakes.
scare me.
Your body shouldn't be going that fast.
No.
Really,
Not that
it's
close
like
to water.
gout speed.
Yeah.
It is.
Pachwing.
Pachwing.
I couldn't handle that. It'd be like they give you like a facelift. You go so fast on those things.
Really?
Actually, that's a good time for me to get a selfie. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
You should do that too.
We'll ride ahead of you.
yeah,
And
yeah.
you just smile as
Yeah.
it sucks back your skin.
They'll be like, oh, flashback to 20-year-old Nikki Osborne on a jet ski.
Well, we'll do the rest of you, though.
Yeah, my boobs will be the scapula.
There'll be bits flapping everywhere.
Easy, tiger.
No, not you. Not you personally.
Well, what do you mean not her personally?
Me getting
That
knocked
wasn't
out.
you were talking about, mate.
No. Just,
We
She was
literally,
on the jet ski
just
getting a
trying to get
selfie.
just trying to get a visual.
Like-
no, not you.
Luttsy, keep digging. We can still see you.
Go to the callers. Hurry up.
Danette, you need to help
Danette's
Luttsy.
been waiting.
Danette,
Yeah, hi, morning guys, how are you?
we're good, Danette. What do you reckon?
That's good. Well, I've got a solution. This is what we've done with our kids. So you could do it since you've already bought a car, but we were in a situation that we could buy a car for them.
Yes.
But under the one condition that they went halves with it. So they're slowly paying back the half of what they owe.
Oh,
it might
car.
take 2 or 3 years, but at least they've got a vested interest in it then.
Okay.
So
And how do you keep them motivated to pay it off? Because I know with my loans with my parents growing up, once I kind of got what I want.
Well, can you make me get a job?
no, yeah, we've set up a direct payment system from their bank, so it comes out every week. And, it's just non-negotiable, basically.
Okay. All
Maybe
right.
they're going to get a job.
Has he got a job?
He
Yeah.
does have a job. He works
Okay.
at GYG.
There you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
there
this
you
is
go.
where-
He's got regular income.
He does.
Yeah, work out what he can afford, and then that's what they've got to stick to.
Half of it, I guess.
Well, my husband did say he needs to come up with a percentage of the payment in advance, whereas he thinks he should be able to pay it off. So
Right,
that's
okay.
the situation we're in at the moment.
Go to, who are you going to here, Mitch?
Claire. Sunny
Claire.
Coast.
Claire from the sunny coast. What do we do, Claire? What do I do?
Oh my goodness! Well, I'm sitting in the car here with my 16-year-old. He's just driven up to school because he's on his learners. And
Yes.
the conversation over the weekend has been he wants a jet ski again to keep up with all his mates. Don't you, Tyson? Yeah. And oh my goodness, I can't do that. I can't afford a jet ski, and then the upkeep and everything. So we've decided. Well, what our solution is, he's got brothers. We might go and go in shares. So there might be
Oh,
brothers sharing and I share, and then, we all go in shares. That might be the solution, but we're just talking about it. But we thought it was funny because we just had this conversation over the weekend.
Is that him blowing up in the background, Claire? What's he crapping on about in the background
It
there?
sounded like that was news to
Look,
him.
Mom,
I'm
don't,
not
Mom.
sharing it with my brothers. What are you talking
I'm
about?
putting my shoes on to get to school because I'm running a bit late.
All right. Thanks for sharing your problems.
hey, what school do you go to?
Mountain Creek State High School up in Sunshine Coast.
Oh, I know it well, just off Karawatha. I know
yeah,
that.
that's the one.
I had a car
Karawatha.
crash there once. Look out.
Oh,
Careful.
I had a car crash
Careful.
there once.
Don't put that in his mind.
No, I know, but I stopped there. There were 2 blue tongues and a magpie having a biffo. And so I pulled up and I had the hazards on. And then one car behind me, who was just texting, obviously, just slammed straight into my car.
Straight up your date.
But anyway, I digress. Is there anyone else we're going to talk to about jet skis?
Yes, Sunita from Ormeo. Sunita.
Good morning, Nikki. Welcome.
Oh, thank you, Sunita. Wow, the sun rises with Sunita.
Oh, absolutely. They call me Sunny.
I'm not surprised.
We'll decide what we call you, Sunita.
The idea I had was the kids are going to be kids forever, so just spoil him, get one for him, get one for yourself, enjoy the water together, teach him some safety things in the water because it could get quite dangerous. We have got a boat and
Yep.
we see all these hoons, so
Yeah, the
it's
hoons for the
important
jet
that he
skis.
realises- oh, yes. They
Yeah.
kind of get peer pressure and they end up going overspeed and a lot of things happen. But, yes, I would get
God.
one as a mom.
It's a lot of information there, Sunita.
Oh, I've got to, now I'm buying 2 jet skis.
Yeah, and be careful because they could. Oh my God.
I feel like it's like she said, go get 2 jet skis so then you can watch your son crash.
Would you have a big year on Bitcoin, Sunita? She rolling in
She's
it.
got the ALMs
Huh?
or XLNs
What's
or
going on
XLRs
there?
or maybe she bought the Trump
She
coin.
got the Huck Tour tokens.
Huck
She
Tour.
was
Yeah,
like,
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I'm smarter than who?
The Brighton Answer deal is here, with one lucky person winning $100,000 off the price of their new home every month. Drop into your nearest Brighton display home today.
all right, Asher is in the car and has got
Just a brimful.
5-year-old daughter Layla with
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on? Doing the school shuffle.
Yeah, on my way to work, taking grandbaby to school this morning. She's 5, so second day of grade 1.
Grandbaby. You sound,
Yeah.
like, you sound like you're 30.
I feel like I'm 70. Yep.
Well, hang on. So a 5-year-old is now in grade 1. Did they do pre-prep? So
Yeah, so she turned 6 this year. So yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get pre-prep. So they jammed another year in there,
Yeah,
didn't they?
they
pre-prep.
definitely
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Asher. Well, you got your hands full now. Is Layla up for a gimp, by the way?
I have asked her. We'll see when it comes. So you want to yell out, bring in the gimp when Mama counts to 3? Yeah, she said yeah.
Come on,
Why
let's
not,
do it.
Mama?
Let's go, Mama. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What common card game is also the Spanish word for the number 1?
Uno.
YouTuber Mr. Beast has offered to buy which social media platform?
TikTok.
What animal was the first to be sent into space?
Monkey.
Jakarta is the capital of which Asian country?
Indonesia.
What is 200 minus 78?
122.
Stop the clock. Player!
Yeah.
45 minutes of brim full of Asher on the 45.
You got any Layla? Layla, got me money, Layla.
That's going to be hard to beat. What did Ash have on the clock there?
3 seconds.
Still with money in the bank.
Not too bad.
All right, count in, Layla.
Layla.
Ready? We're going to stay, baby. Ready? Just say, bring in the gimp. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Bring in the gimp.
Oh, yeah! I was not expecting that to work.
Oh, she's so nervous. So cute.
Well, she crushed it. And I'm going to give her
That's high, mate.
9 1/4.
On the cue.
9 1/4, baby.
Yeah! On cue. Well done, Asher.
Thank you.
Yeah, it wasn't
Not you.
Asher. There was
Oh, no,
Layla.
yeah, sorry, not you, Asher. Layla. Well done, Layla.
Now I think it's time to breathe. Time to bring it back in.
Let's go, Nikki. You're on a roll. You're on a roll. Just top of mind. Let's go.
Okay.
30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What common card game is also the Spanish word for the number 1?
Uno.
YouTuber Mr. Beast has offered to buy which social media platform?
TikTok.
What animal was the first to be sent into space?
Monkey.
Jakarta is the capital of which Asian country?
Oh, I don't know. No.
What is 200 minus 78?
122.
Stop the clock. Stop the clock.
Damn!
What did Nikki have left, Mitchell?
5 seconds.
In the event of a tiebreaker, Nikki will win. Nikki has 5 seconds left. Asher only had 3. I'll take a Tuco.
Tape.
What common card game is also the Spanish word for number 1? You both said Uno. That's correct.
Okay.
Uno. 1-1.
I didn't breathe the whole time then. I only just, I was...
Careful. I forgot to take a breath.
I feel like Elle Macpherson in her workout video, she'd always say, don't forget to breathe.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Why do I never watch Elle Macpherson's workout?
How did we miss
How
that?
did we miss
I don't know.
that?
That's
We used to watch
48
Oz
minutes
Aerobics at
that
Full
you
BC.
need to watch.
Oz Aerobics used
Aerobics?
to be on every morning.
No, she had her video, her VHS.
Oh, no.
I had to buy that.
Never got that one.
No.
Yeah.
Unless Channel 10 showed it late on a Saturday, which they oftentimes did. Jenny McCarthy.
What? YouTuber Mr. Beast has offered to buy which social media platform? You both said TikTok.
Yep.
Correctamundo. 2-2. Didn't Elon say he'd throw in some money to get TikTok as well? He can't have everything though, can he?
No,
he's
I
right.
mean, he's got X and everything else.
The thing is, it wasn't even for sale. Anyway.
No.
Yeah, good point. It's like Greenland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trump.
ooh, yeah. 2-2.
Sorry, I'm getting controversial.
Do you mind, mate? It's a kid's show. What animal was the first to be sent into space? You both said the monkey.
Yeah.
Monkey!
It was a dog.
Oh, really?
Really?
I thought it was a monkey.
A dog.
That'd
called-
outrage
I knew that as soon
Instagram.
as I
Could you
said monkey,
imagine?
I was wrong. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a dog called Laker. I don't feel like they got enough publicity. Oh, they're saying it's a Russian dog.
No, that's why.
Oh, no one cares about the Russian dogs.
No. Like, how did that not make the, the fun little clip
Never
at the end
heard
of
of
the news?
Laker.
And finally tonight, Laker.
When was it?
The Russian German Shepherd, I'm sure they have them, has been sent up into
Well,
space.
they said a German Shepherd.
No,
he made that up.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that seemed like a Russian dog to me, but it's called a German
Sounds like
Shepherd.
a
Yeah,
German,
no, yeah.
German job.
A bit off.
2-2.
1957 it was, by the way.
Jakarta is the capital of which Asian country?
And this is where I've lost the game.
Nikki said, I don't know. Asher said Indonesia. Indonesia is correct.
See, I've never been to Bali. I'm afraid of getting the squirt, so I don't
Is
know.
that why you missed the last break, by the way? It's 3-2. 3-2. Final question, mathematics. 200 minus 78. Nikki said 122. That's correct. Asher, you said 122 too. That's enough to secure the victory.
She's got
Nikki,
the
you've just
win.
won. Got it. $200.
And my husband will be saying, I told you, geography will let you down, and here we are.
Yeah,
Wherever we are, I don't know,
This
because
is where
I
we are.
don't know geography.
Just don't listen to the haters.
I have been to Bali 3 times in the last year, so it's a bit of a cheat question.
Oh.
Did you get the squirts like Nikki does?
No.
I did not have the squirts
Oh, I
this
thought you said
morning.
no, in Bali you got them, didn't you?
No, I won't go there because I'm afraid of punishing the porcelain the whole trip, like everyone else does. I'm going to Fiji.
I went there and we didn't have a problem.
Really?
Yeah, and I ate the seafood, and everyone in my family's like, oh, you know, there's the seafood. And well, I'm eating the prawns, mate, and I'm having the fish.
Yeah,
And
but you
I'm-
probably eat your own
and I
cooking
was
too,
fine.
and you've survived that.
Yeah, it was a steel stomach.
Yeah, it sounds like you do.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Everybody's back at school.
Yes.
Like it happened
Oh, really?
yesterday. Archie, my boy, he goes back today. So everyone's officially back today. And we saw this last week, didn't we, Luttsy? We both came in independent and said, we've got to get out here. We've got to get out and be a part of this. This is the ultimate lolly shop haul.
Yeah, so Tom's Confectionery Warehouse at Nudgee Road. We've been talking about it for a while. It's great. They've just made a huge step to the human claw, which is this literally boxing ring sized candy like pit where they lower people. You know what? Enough of me, because Mike Gambaro.
Let's find. We asked
go out
Dylan
there.
actually. We asked for a special opener. We gave it
Okay.
a cool
Oh, there's
name.
an opener?
We've got it. Here we go.
Mission Impossible.
Invisible. I like it. Now, Mike, this actually opened over the weekend. Mike Gambaro, a great friend of mine and a friend of the show, was the first person on it on day one. And we've invited Mike back to give us another insight into the human claw at Tom's Confectionery Warehouse. Mike, good morning to you.
Morning, guys. How are we doing this morning?
Mate, great.
How deep is that pit? Yeah, you're right, Luttsy. I'd say the dimensions of this, by the way, almost identical to a boxing ring.
Look at the size of it.
Oh my god!
But how deep does that go, Mike?
Well, I'm pretty sure you could shove about 5 or 6 of Luttsy's fists down there, if
There
I'm
you
being
go.
completely
Yeah.
honest.
6
I mean,
Luttsy
Luttsy has some pretty tiny hands, and trust me, I've seen them.
You have seen them.
Oh, you got Maltesers in there too. Oh, so you got like
Mate, you got a bit of
Maltesers.
mix
You got
of
Chubba
everything.
Chubs. I can see that. What else is there?
Mate, there's nothing that wouldn't be in the store that's not in there. I think the value for this is sensational, if I'm being completely honest. $35 a go gets you onto this, and you're estimated just about over $50 worth of value. But mate, you go in, you got 3 seconds to lift yourself in there and to grab as much as you can.
Okay.
Look, I heard you guys this morning, you can't shove your pockets. You can't.
You
do that
can't,
because
okay, right.
You don't have enough time.
You can use your feet,
But
though.
could you use your t-shirt and sort of scoop your shirt
No.
down? And you're not allowed to do
Nah,
that.
the way that the
no
course set
shenanigans.
up,
There's
you're
no
kinda wrapped
shenanigans
up.
rule.
Oh, mate, look, you want to just kind of grab as much as you can in 3 seconds. I wouldn't be wanting to just cheat the system if I could.
I'd be kind of putting my. I'd be using my.
Your forearms.
I'd keep my triceps to my chest and use my forearms like sort of forklift. You know, sort of forklift that up and be able to get a bit of a well there.
So, guys, we've got Piper who's ready to go up on here. She's been the lucky winner of your little competition to be one of the first few people to try this. Give it a go. She started grade 6 yesterday. So she's taken now the second day.
Wow.
Of school.
Crank her up there, Mikey. Get her up there.
Yeah, we're getting her over there.
It's a
Piper's
whole
really keen.
It's a whole frame thing. Like it's a whole staging kind of thing, isn't it? It's quite a setup.
Well, like you said, it's like a big boxing ring, but it's great when everyone's around here and they get around the atmosphere and start doing it. But we're sending Piper up in the air now.
I can hear it.
She's really excited. She's really keen.
Don't waste it, Piper. Don't waste
Piper,
it.
how do you feel? Yell out.
She's feeling pretty cool. So you can see you're kind of strapped in properly, so you couldn't use your shirt and things like that because you're harnessed in, Mike.
Yes.
Yeah, you're properly harnessed in, you're properly wrapped up, you're making sure that your feet are out, your arms are out, you're kind of dangling there like a little puppet there, so you just get lowered in.
Did you use your feet?
They're bringing her over the top of the lollies
I didn't use my feet, but I
Mike.
told Piper when she got in, she's got to use her feet and make sure she screams it nice and close.
You'd still
If we're
be able
going
to
on
get
hands,
some
Got to
if you
use hands.
use-
That's what Luttsy always says.
If you use your 2 feet together, you'd definitely be able to get some stuff as well that you'd be able to bring out. But is it
100%.
only a 3 second rule? Is that what you're saying? Once they
You
lower
got
her.
Yeah, you got 3 seconds to grab everything down. But along an hour is going to lower her in. She's going in.
So Piper said to go
literally-
down. She's gone a fair way across, hasn't she, Mike?
She literally is like Tom Cruise out of Mission Impossible.
She wants
She's
that
coming
big,
in.
She wants that big chocolate box there.
Yeah, what's that?
She's coming down
That-
right on.
big
Piper, grab the
gumball-
box!
She's got a big gumball machine. Come on, grab it, Piper.
What is that?
Sweep in.
The 3
Sweep
seconds
in.
have
Big
started.
hug. Big hug. Give it a big hug. Look at that.
Use your feet,
And-
Piper! Oh,
She's got a big armful of candy on her right now. Look, she's got the biggest smile on her face too. She's really keen.
She
She's
went for
coming
that
up.
giant egg, but it slipped out just at the last moment, and it took some shrapnel with it too. That was a costly error.
But I know,
that
talking
egg
to Piper
falling out
before
right
she
at
wanted
the
the
end.
gumball machine. How are you feeling, Piper?
Okay, she's concentrating.
not using her mouth to hold.
There's a bit of spillage there, but it's all right. We're going to make sure she's looked after.
She's wedging the candy with her hands up against her face, so that's why we couldn't hear her properly.
And she went the full distance over the ring too, so she's got to go the maximum distance backwards, and
as well.
she's still just really holding on.
It's a combination of fear and happiness. I can see, but you know she's got it all.
And as we said, so it's $35, but it's a win-win because regardless, Mikey, you get $50 worth of value. How do people get involved? You don't have to book, do you? You just rock up to the confectionery warehouse.
There goes
No,
the
literally
dump.
just rock up. You're all good. You can hop in. $35, get about $50 worth of value. But what Piper's just dumped in her lollies. How are you feeling, Piper?
Good, but nervous at the same time.
Yeah, well, it's
No,
a
you did
nerve-wracking
good.
thing, isn't it? You're up there
You're straight
suspended
in
above the pit.
straight in for 3 seconds. Are you happy with what you pulled?
Mikey.
She is happy. Yes.
Mikey, I can inform you now too. We have three free attempts at the human claw that we're giving away right now. Mitchie, do you want people to ring up?
Yeah, give us a call 13 24 10 right now.
How good? So 13 24 10, you get yourself down Tom's Confectionery Warehouse. And Mikey, we were speaking to Addie there the other day saying that this is just the start down there at Tom's. They've got new stuff coming down the pike all the time. They want to keep evolving this and make it a huge destination for people.
Look, Brisbane locals know and love Tom since 1982, and this place is ever evolving. If you haven't been in here for years, it's very different to what it used to be. I really suggest coming in because it's like a theme park. You know, it's too underknown to say you're running around like a kid in a candy shop. You're running around like Luttsy in a massage parlour, if I'm being honest. So it's sensational here.
That's enough.
So
for
come
that
check
guy.
it out.
Yeah.
There's a lot more coming here. I'm hearing there's going to be building a slide here too. So
what?
Let's see how that comes in the next few months. But you didn't hear that from me. Sorry, Addie.
Okay, that's exclusive. Righto. Well, thank you, Tom, and thank you to Piper. Fantastic stuff. Get down to Tom's and check out the human claw.
Nice work.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Have you been watching I'm a Celeb? Get Me Out of Here?
I have not been watching it.
I've been watching it via Instagram, which is how I watch everything nowadays.
Well, you know what? It's not a crazy idea.
No, that's kind of where I get my best podcasts as well. I just watch everything on the gram.
Yeah.
But I was seeing they were doing the food challenge. Have you ever
Hang
sat
on, you've
through?
been on. We should say
Yes,
again. You've been on this show.
Yes, I did the jungle, but I never got a food challenge because, like, I'm watching these people doing the eating challenges and I'm like, nah, you've got it all wrong. When you first go in, you've got to fill out all these forms about your fears and what bothers you.
Why wouldn't you put down, like, if you were doing that show?
Ice cream.
Like, say if you'd
put ice cream.
The ice cream's a massive fear. Yeah, massive fear. Or say if you're okay with heights but you hate small spaces, you'd say, listen, I don't mind small spaces, but I hate heights.
And that's exactly what I did.
Right.
Going in. So the old reverse psychology
of
play.
course.
And it worked because as soon as I got wheeled in, because I said, I'm terrified of snakes, the first thing I had was my head in a snake pit.
But you don't mind snakes?
No, I didn't mind at all.
Yeah, well, it's genius.
And did you freak out? Did you
I gave
bung
them-
on that you were freaking out?
Yeah, I gave them
and
the
you weren't
initial,
really?
oh my God. Oh,
no.
In fact, I dropped the C-bomb, to be fair. But then I just cracked on with it. But it makes really, really dull viewing when you're not scared of things.
Yeah, so when you wouldn't have got as much airtime. See, the people that were saying, yeah, I hate spiders, like, I'm going to get airtime if I face this fear.
So in a way, yeah, if you actually put yourself through your own fears on TV, it does
Yeah.
make for better viewing, and you do end up lasting more than getting booted out second like I did.
Who was the one person you beat?
Dilrook Jazz singer.
Excuse me?
Who? Is that a footy player?
Dill Rock jazz singer?
A what?
No, Jay is singer. He's a comedian.
Oh.
So the two comedians.
Dill Rock jazz singer. I think he's a jazz singer.
We both got
Yeah,
booted
right.
out first. But
Okay.
also, we didn't have a sob story. Like, we were sitting there on our camp beds going, do you have anything sad to say? And he's like, not really, you know.
Yeah, you're not really what they're looking for.
Do they quiz you on all that before you go in?
They do.
Yeah.
They want to know all your dirt. And I'm like, I don't
Haven't really
really
got
have
me.
much. I've had a really nice life.
I did that.
Australia hates that. Like,
It annoyed people. Like because when we did Kokoda, it got to the point where every night at the campfire, everyone the first couple were really full on stories. Returned servicemen and women that had been injured, but then by night 4 it was just
you're talking about not getting your Qantas points.
Sally from the sponsor AAMI, whose kid was only getting a B in mathematics at Brisbane Grammar School.
And
it got crazy. And by the time it got to me, I was
dropped to the seas in water polo.
it was literally getting to that. And when it got to me, I was like, I've actually had a really nice life. Same as you did.
Yeah. And they're like,
and annoyed people. You can see
Yeah.
people going, oh, you bastard.
I know. At least you've got, the complexion thing. At least.
Oh, sorry. At least aesthetically,
You garnered
I'm
sympathy with that.
unpleasing.
No, like.
He just went, hi, I'm Luttsy. Look at me.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
So everyone's back at work.
All the big guns are back.
Yeah, all the top dogs back from holidays. That's Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel too, by the way.
Back yesterday.
Yeah, back. How was it? Was it a bumpy restart, Ricky? We've got Ricky on the phone, don't we?
I should explain that before you start asking
well,
questions. People
all
don't.
right, whatever. I've just launched into it. Sorry.
Ricky Lee's here.
Keep doing your setup. Keep doing your
Can
setup.
she hear us? She's not looking at us kind of
No.
blankly at the moment. This is bad.
No, we don't have her.
No. And the tech just left
This-
the room.
We were just
And
talking
now she's
to her.
looking at us going, uh-oh.
How is this possible? We were just talking to
Can you
her
hear me?
off it. Yeah, there
there
you
she
are.
We can hear you.
Hello.
I'm pressing a weird button in here, so guys, press your RSV, and everyone, when you talk to Ricky, this is behind the scenes. How are you?
Good, how are you?
We were just sitting there watching you look confused because you couldn't
I
hear
can't
us.
hear you now.
Oh, who knows? I've got the RSV in Luttsy, so that's not.
Oh, mine's
that's not
working,
what-
Ricky, so it's just you and me, I think.
Hang on,
just
Ricky,
you
can
and
you hear
I.
me? Have you got me?
I can hear you through someone else's
Oh,
microphone.
no. All right,
This is absolute disaster.
let's
So I'll
see you
keep,
take
I'll keep holding mine. Well, the good news is Australian Idol is also back. Another epic season starts Sunday night, 7 p.m. on 7 and 7 Plus, and bigger and better. We hear.
Yes, I mean, if you can believe, I think we say this every year. It's like every show is like the best ever. But we found some incredible, really unassuming talent this year. Some diamonds in the rough. We travelled all across the country and found some incredible singers, and I'm so excited for Australia to fall in love with all of these singers like I have. I get very attached to all of these contestants, so I love them deeply and I want them all to do so well. So it's great that the show's coming back. People loved it last year, so I'm excited for everyone to see what we've got in store for them this year.
I remember watching you on Idol back in the day. Now, can you hear me?
I sure can.
Okay, all right. We've got two mics in my face right now. That doesn't sound
Leave
good.
it. Leave it. Leave it. Ricky, you always do this on our show. You bring the filth. You bring the filth.
I'm a Queenslander.
Yeah, I know. What can we expect?
We're
What can
all
we
in the
expect?
same
I've
boat.
left out the line, and that's how I got the job.
One girl,
But,
two mics, go. You knew that'd get you.
Now, I remember, Ricky, watching you back on Idol when you were a contestant, and I was gunning for you and Guy, and you were... I just thought you
Was
were
that the
so
OG
talented.
season?
That was the OG season. And when you got voted out, I think you got voted out 5th. Is that right? Am I remembering?
7th.
7th. That's even
worse.
more outrageous. I remember I threw my remote down.
Better than you on Celebrity Get Me Out of Here.
Shut up. This is not a pissing contest. Now, look.
It is. That was what got you kicked off it.
You lost a pissing contest.
No, I'm stuck in a pissing contest. That's how I missed a whole segment earlier. But anyway, I remember being so upset. Now, as a host, when you see people that you think have huge potential and they get kicked out early, does that come back? Do those feelings come back?
It does. I mean, this year there was someone that at auditions I thought was incredible, and they went into top 30 week and just fell apart. And that really breaks my heart, because I've heard how great they can sing. I've heard how amazing they are, but they don't sometimes. They just can't quite hit the mark, and they freak out with the challenges. They fall apart and they crumble under pressure sometimes. And
Sounds like Luttsy's
last year, or maybe the year before, there was someone that was one of the hot favourites to win.
Yeah.
And everyone thought she was amazing. Everyone thought she was going to win, and it was a shock that she got eliminated. And when I read out her read out her name to be in the bottom 2, all of the feelings came rushing back of when that happened to me, and I instantly felt like I was back in that moment myself 20 years earlier. But I thought I'd kind of forgotten all of that, but it was like deep in my bones. I felt it. And then I instantly just felt filled with guilt that I was about to be the person sending someone home, making them feel how I felt when I got eliminated.
You're inflicting the pain that hurt you.
And it just felt awful, and it's still my least favourite part of the job, is saying that people have to go home and saying goodbye to people, because I know how that feels. I know how much that means to them and how much they want it and how much they see this as the start of their career, and it's just, it's awful, but,
Well, you're testament to an enduring career after getting booted out.
Well, exactly, because
it's an entry into the theatre, isn't it?
Once you're on the show,
Yes.
you're getting judged by the Australian Idol, but everyone else is seeing you by that point. So, like, if you are any good and you might have missed a note, you presume that there's, record companies or whatever out there that you're still going to pick you up potentially, right?
Totally. It's the opportunity, right? Being on a show like Australian Idol is an opportunity for people to see and hear you and fall in love with you, or decide that they hate you and they never want to see you again.
Go on, name and shame them. It's your foot in the door. It's the start of things for you. And I feel like getting eliminated so early and in such a shock elimination, people still tell me to this day, "Oh my God, you were robbed!" And that the way that I was eliminated, it was like a scar that was left on people, and they've never forgotten it. And I feel like I've managed to guilt people into supporting me for the last 20 years.
Yeah,
they feel bad for me.
I'm going to do that with Dancing with the Stars too, because I was robbed. I should have won. I got my cha-cha out.
Oh, really?
It was
Where did you come in
amazing.
Dancing with the Stars?
Them.
I finished 4th, but they had Ant Middleton ahead of me, and what? Just because he did a cartwheel?
Yeah, right.
You did all of those lifts and.
I did all the tricky
Flung
stuff,
around
and
in
I
the
had
air.
the
You did it all.
Yes, I had all the bruises, and
She did the cha-cha. She got a cha-cha out.
I got my cha-cha out. It was the most spectacular cha-cha ever, and they gave me a 3.
10 across
Ant
the board.
Middleton couldn't do that.
3?
Yeah, they gave
3?
me. I got a 3, and I remember I was looking at Chris Brown, who was the host, just going, "Is this part of? They're building my story, right? They're building my story."
That's it.
But what's Chris Brown assessing a
I always think that the men
cha-cha
get
for?
it easy I always think that the men get it easy on Dancing with the Stars, because the girls are the ones that have to work so much harder. You have to be the one that's. I mean, I'm a large woman. They couldn't fling me up in the air, but there was just like you have to do all of these things and straighten your legs and be sexy and like have good face, whereas the guys just have to kind of stand there and move their arms around and lift
Move you
up
from
in
this
the air,
side
and
to
then
that
they
side.
win.
Especially the footballers, if they so much as do like a body roll, everyone starts frothing.
God.
Straight to the final.
Did you see Spud
But
Carroll?
you give them your cha-cha and you only get a 3.
I know.
It's criminal.
And that's just my husband.
Oh, dear. So it's back. Anyway, it's back on
It's
Sunday.
not, it hasn't started yet.
Scott Tweedy back?
Scott Tweedy is back.
Yeah.
He's
Tell me he's getting too old to do those raves he does where everyone turns up.
No, he's killing
No, I know. I've been
game.
going to them. They're pretty cool, but yeah.
And the greyer his hair gets,
I
the
know.
better.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Like he's got grey hair and he's doing those bloody. What are they called? Those.
What does he call them?
You know those. The bloody sweat
you know, the
sweat things. What?
The sweat thing. The sweating.
The boiler rooms.
Boiler rooms.
Okay,
Yes,
we're too old.
guys,
Correction, we're too old.
We really are. Those bloody things. The sweat things.
The bloody sweaty boiler things.
He
The pissing
sells
contest.
So many tickets. I'm like, bro.
Dead set. Oh, he did it here in Brisbane, and it was sold out out by the like within minutes.
Yeah, we had to BS to get into the green room
It's
and
because
stuff. It was bigger than Ben Hur.
Everyone thinks he's Richard Branson. They think they're going to a good party.
Well, that's fair enough too. Yeah.
He does throw a good party.
He does. No, we love Scotty. He's great.
All right, so Sunday night at 7 p.m, Channel 7 and 7 Plus, Australian Idol's back for another epic season. I don't know how many there's been, but when did it? Like, what year was that? Was that like the guy Sebastian?
I was on in 2004.
Ricky lost in 84.
I wasn't born till 85.
Oh, shit.
But no, 84, yes. No, 2004 I was on, so it started 2003. It's been on a very long time.
Yeah.
Had a little nap, little siesta in between. We gave it a little rest.
Is that after the judges started calling people fat? Was that?
No, that was
Wasn't
post.
that
No,
a
they
flashpoint?
came out of the gates with that.
Oh, okay.
That was for that was in 84.
That was for the clickbait.
That was
And we're
back
back.
in 84, back in my day.
Say hello to those other two hoons for us this afternoon too, please.
Will do. I'll give them your love.
Cheers, Ricky.
Alrighty, bye.
Bye,
See ya.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
A bucket from Tom's Confectionery Warehouse.
Tom's Confectionery Warehouse. We were out there earlier this morning, did that big lolly shop haul.
Yeah, from the
dropped into
human
a bucket.
claw.
Yeah, dropped into a bucket of lollies. But so they're the ones that he got from it, or they?
No. So
extras?
these are just loose ones from they call them pick and mix. Pick and mix. I'm going to say pick and mix. So they got the world's biggest pick and mix.
Oh, I've still never been out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick and mix is where you just got the whole rows and you just get a bag and
Yes,
you
please.
shovel them in.
Mhm.
How have
And
you
then
never been out?
they weigh
I don't
them.
know.
How have you never been
All
there?
your years on the road.
Kids would love it.
We've done
lived out
plenty
there.
of stuff with Tom's, obviously, but yeah, with my kids too, 4 of them, taking them out to a lolly shop like that.
They've got a big limo. What we're going to do is get the Tom's Confectionery Warehouse limo.
What?
Get some like a stretch limo. You can take kids to school or something.
that'd
That'd be
be
pretty
cool.
cool. And they've got a racing car now. They're going to start racing. And we just like this Addy, the guy that
And
owns
didn't they say
it out
there's going to
there,
be a slide there?
we just like putting ideas in his head. I want to get like it's think Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, like a slide or something where it's like the world's biggest gumball machine. It's my idea for him. And I think Mikey Gambaro was saying it too. So you go up there and you get the gumball and then you slide down the thing and shoot out the gumball machine with your own gumball.
Brilliant.
You know, just
Oh,
just an idea.
Oh,
What?
Nikki just said something naughty.
So you know what that means. Nikki's Dump Button Bingo.
Call 13 24 10 now to win $1,000.
I mean, when you've been behaving yourself as well as you have, that really.
Nothing ever quite gets you ready for it. I love our faces whenever it happens.
You know what I think is I just think, are we off air? Like,
Yeah. What's going to happen?
well, to be fair, that was the first thing I said in that whole segment. But it's because I realised I was meant to drop one today because I haven't.
It's been ages.
It's been ages.
It's been
so
a week. I think it's been a week.
I was going to force one today, and I forgot. And then I was just sitting there chewing on the gummy bear while you
Don't
guys
do it again now, by the way, because we're out of delay now, which if we're screwed if you do it twice in a row.
Yeah,
it needs
no,
time
it
to
won't.
make back,
Shouldn't tell
back
people
up.
that, but yeah.
But I just it dawned on me.
So did someone win money?
Yeah, money.
Looks like we've got Mel coming through at the moment, who was the first one through on 13 24 10. It's Nikki's 10K dump button bingo. If you're hearing it for the first time somehow, when something like that just happens, and we've had to just
So you'll
cut
hear the
into it.
alarms go off, which means
Yes.
you've hit dump. Mm-hmm. And the only way you'll actually hear the bleeped out version of what happened will be on the Instagram, probably.
Yeah, on the gram.
Unless we play it.
But that's the only thing they put on the gram, so it looks like
You
all
look like
I
a
do.
potty mouth.
I do.
Yeah, you do. Auntie Mari noticed up there in wherever she lives, Home
Yeah.
Hill.
Yeah, they got.
My
You
mum
think she's
liked it though. She
disgusting,
said
this
you got a
new
bit of
girl?
spunk. Yeah.
Oh, your mum would
Yeah,
though.
Mari's a bit of a square. Don't worry about that.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.